other question I think is super important to me personally is what's my definition of success? That's huge. That's huge because if you have the wrong definition of success, it will absolutely ruin your life. And you might actually accomplish it and find out that the end of that rainbow ain't as great as you thought it was going to be. And so I've had the privilege of meeting some extremely wealthy people who were extremely unhappy. And I was meeting with an executive coaching client. And it was fascinating. Uh, he said, "Hey, I want to come to Dallas and meet with you." I said, "Sure." I said, "What day you want to come?" He said, "I'm going to come next Thursday." I said, "Great, man. We'll host you. We'll pick you up. What time's your plane land?" He said, "What time do you want to meet?" I was like, "Well, let's. I've got the whole afternoon. So, what time you land?" He said, "Oh, I'll land around 11:45 if we're meeting at noon." And I said, "Okay." I said, "So you want me to pick you up at Dallas Love? You want me to pick you up at DFW? Like, you Southwest? What do you?" He said, "No, I have my own plane." I said, "Oh, so there's levels to this thing. All right, so you just gonna land whenever you want to land. My bad. All right, that's cool. That's fine." And I remember sitting with him, and we had a great conversation, and he's amassed a serious amount of wealth. And at one point in that conversation, he looked at me and he said, "Ryan, I'm proud of what we've built, but if I'm honest, I think I would have worked a little less." He said, "If I'm honest, I think I would have spent a little bit more time with my kids." He's like I'm uber successful, but I don't know that I need it to be uber successful. What's wrong with just being successful? He's like, so he's looking back going, you might envy some of the perks of his lifestyle and of his hard work, but sitting with him, he was looking back going, I wish I would have invested more in some of those relationships that I had. And it was interesting. I was actually with him yesterday, and just looking at his life now and looking at how his priorities have shifted on the other side of the rainbow, so to speak. It's like, you know what, as I'm 38 years old and building my business and making my mark, whatever that means, and you just kind of go, at some point you tap the brakes a little bit to go, what is my definition of success? And for me, my definition of success is that or part of it, I should say, is that the people that know me best respect me the most.